Hello, dear Lovetarians. This is Natalia PH and Cecile from the Lovetarian Way talking to you today about a very important topic, health. Cecile?
Good morning from Europe, wherever you are. Good afternoon, good evening. Yes, very excited to talk about this topic today.
And we will ask you, yes, if you are here live with us, we will ask you to please give permission to StreamYard so that we can see your name when we're going to be commenting later on whatever questions you might have. Then we would love to see your name. If you don't give permission, then we'll just see anonymous, and we would prefer to know your name. We had last week, was it Cecile, or was it a few days ago, that we asked the question in a group, what was it that people were concerned about on their journey, and health popped like primary thing, right?
Yes, first popped up health. I asked last week the poll and everybody voted. And the first, number one was health.
That's right. So then we decided naturally to do live on health. And soon we will also be we'll organize a little group coaching, small, intimate group coaching, and we will talk about all aspects of lives, of course, because as we know, health is not a result of just health. It is the totality of our being. And on the Lovetarian Way, we really are focusing on the fact that we are energetic beings having a human experience. So today we will look at the energies that are influencing your health. And people mentioned, 8 ladies, I believe, mentioned some specific symptoms that they are actually experiencing. Do you care to mention them, Cecile?
Yes. First of all, thank you so much for sharing, because now we're more able to help you more direct towards your concerns or your answers. We have chronic pain, anxiety, dealing with emotions. Sorry, just looking sometimes to the screen to check what it was on again. My spine, acid reflux, overthinking, stress, grief, weight fluctuation, mental illness, and digestive issues.
Yeah. So, okay, this is something, I mean, all of it, pretty much, I don't know about you, Cecile, but all of it for me, very relatable. Over my 44, well, I'm turning 45 this year, but to be honest, all of those are like, yes. Been there, done that, overcame. How about you?
Yes, some. I can't take all, which I'm very grateful for.
Yeah, you are, what, 11 years younger?
So, fingers crossed. Thank you, doing all the work to make sure I won't have them.
You might be able to overcome it before it even comes, right? So that energy does not exist in your reality. Now, but seriously, a lot of people these days have those issues. Those are very common issues. And as an energetic being, if you understand energy, if you're coming from the Lovetarian perspective, you need to look at your health from energetic perspective. You can't just look at, having acid reflux or your weight fluctuating or back pain or chronic pain, because all of it is health is a result of our emotions, our mental health, environment, lifestyle, the way we eat. Oh, my gosh, our relationship with ourselves, with our spirit, it is such a complex thing. So we will talk in generals and how the Lovetarian Way could help you deal with that. However, the fact is that each person is a unique blueprint, and there would be much more precise conversation if we spoke to each of the ladies. But as a totality, certainly the principles of the Lovetarian Way can definitely help improve, right?
Yeah, definitely. And again, all is connected, all is one. So if one is out of balance, you get imbalances, and you try to, you're
doing your
balancing
best.
it again. Yeah.
Exactly. By the way, if you're surprised why she corrected herself, trying is not doing. It's a classic NLP technique. If you keep saying, I try to do that, you may as well say, I'm not doing it. It brings so much confusion to your being. So somebody says, I'll try to improve. No, stop. I am doing my best, I am willing. It's either a yes or it's a no. If you keep saying that you're trying or maybe you're going to do it, do you have any idea how much imbalance, how much doubt, how much resistance you are creating in your being, in your energy, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it's not only about with health. It's like we talked about in our last life as well. The thoughts, you choose your words wisely, and because we're programmed to say the buts, the tries, the can't, I need. You really need to be present and choosing your words wisely, so it also affects your mental health. If you affirm positive words instead of the doubtable words, the negative words, it has such a different energy.
Also, when you said it already, then you can pause. That's what we teach all the time on the Lovetarian Way, the algorithm of co-creation. You pause and you see what is behind those words. So I say, okay, I want to look great and feel amazing, yet I'm not going to do what is necessary. I'm not doing the work. That's why maybe you keep using the word I try, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just being really committed. So all the words that we are saying, they actually have a double meaning, so to speak. So if you're willing to look at them consciously with awareness and with total 100% honesty, then you can see what is behind it. Because, it's like, so let's take the example of somebody who has, weight fluctuations. I mean, I don't know the person, but how are you eating? How are you talking to yourself? How do you look at your body? Do you believe you are divine, amazing, and already perfect? Do you punish yourself? Do you stuff your body? Sorry for saying that, but I suffered 20 years of bulimia, so I would know how it is to keep punishing yourself and not wanting to really nourish myself. I had to be honest with myself. So I wanted to be, in a great shape, this and that, yet my behavior was not matching that intention. So do you see what I mean? Like total honesty. We need to be willing to be completely honest with ourselves. So pillar 1 of the Lovetarian Way, taking 100% responsibility for our thoughts, our actions, our feelings, right?
Definitely. Also, I find we are growing up in a society where everything is a quick fix. And I believe there is not a quick fix. We love our body, we love our health, and we work with that. It's not like you will, for example, with weight fluctuation, you can lose in a week 10 kilos and you will keep it off. No, everything has to connect. Everything needs to work together. The words we choose to ourselves, if we're loving ourselves, the loving food we intake every day, and as well during preparation. I find it very important when I'm preparing my food, for example, to be loving and kind to my food instead of I'm rushing, no, quick, because then for me it feels like I'm eating quick and it's not doing everything it can. Well, I treat it with love and I treat it with like calmness and I eat with the whole family. It's so much more, I don't know, it gives me so much more better energy and higher energy instead of doing something quick and not loving it as much as the process as I can. Does it make sense?
Yes, of course. And food, whether it's mental food, emotional food, spiritual food, physical food, it is all a form of energy. The pillar 4 of the Lovetarian Way is all about the Lovetarian nourishment, and the highest form of energy is love. So as Cecile said, when you, for example, preparing your food, is this food that is infused with love? Is your process infused with love? Are you blessing the whatever gave life to that food? Are you blessing yourself for eating that food? Are you taking time to enjoy it? Or are you counting calories? Or are you maybe punishing yourself for having that chocolate or whatever it is that you're having? You see, the relationship with food is so much more important than what actually you are eating. I mean, the energy of it is so much higher vibrationally than what it actually is. And here's the thing. Some people say, well, I eat junk food and it's not good for me. Of course it is not good for you. So if you loved yourself truly and you had a healthy relationship with that food, you wouldn't even touch it, would you?
No. I remember, sorry to interrupt, you always say those nice words. I can't remember them correctly. When you eat or when you drink something, it's like this will nourish my body. Oh, can you help me?
My body, that's my favorite affirmations. I mean, anybody who is struggling with digestive system or fluctuations or anything with the body, everybody would benefit from that. So I'm just going to repeat it slowly. My body keeps what it needs for my perfect health, releases what it doesn't easily and healthfully. So my body only keeps what it needs for my perfect health, right? We can add my perfect ideal weight, and it releases what it doesn't easily and healthfully. Thanks. I bless my food, right? I bless my food. I bless myself. I also say my body is a fat burning machine. That's another one. Honestly, that only helps. But I mean, we need to look what is behind this. It's like, so when I can say suffered, okay, like Louise Hay says, you have something in your life, any condition, whether it's health related, finances related, relationship, you have something going on, you need it at some level of your being, whether it's your spirit, your mind, your emotions, whatever, you need it. You have a chemical addictions, who knows, to sugar, I don't know, or to negative emotions. You need it. Why do you need it? Because you need to deal with it. You need to feel it to heal it. So in other words, you need to become Lovetarian aware, and you need to say, okay, this is something that I have been doing for a very long time and it's stuck with me, whether it's acid reflux. If you have acid reflux, what is it that you are not digesting? And God knows I had that since I was throwing up for so long. Eventually I have managed to hurt a little bit my esophagus, so I had some of that. So then I kept saying, once I finally let that go, so why am I doing this to myself? Why am I denying myself nourishment? Why am I denying myself balance? And some answers came. Obviously, it's always the same. I clearly don't love myself deeply enough to be punishing, abusing, malnourishing myself like that, right? So there's always a reason. And you know what? Isn't it true, Cecile, that the reason can go very deeply beyond this lifetime even?
Yeah, definitely. No, I 100% believe that. Well, as well, coming back a little bit, for example, I have asthma. I was born with it, and I'm dealing really well with it. But the second I'm starting to think,
yeah,
I can't breathe. I think I need my medicine. I need my medicine. It's getting worse and worse. Wow, actually, when I think, no, I can breathe. And I calm down and I do some exercises for my breathing exercises. I calm myself down and I don't need the medicine. So for me, it's also important to not think about it, because again, coming to the algorithm of co-creation, thoughts, everything comes together.
Exactly, totally. And with all the issues here that people mentioned, whether it was anxiety or chronic pain, instability of emotions, it all comes down to really not truly being in the moment, not being present, and not really loving yourself 100%. And why would I say that? Because, well, I don't know, hundreds of people that I worked with, they had exactly the same issue, and the issue behind the issue behind the issue behind the issue was always something connected with that lack of connection with their soul, with their spirit, right? Okay, sure. Somebody might have had, problems here. They were suffocating, and they found out that in their previous life they were choked. That's why they were having that pain. Those are cases, of course, that do happen. And what I don't want people to do is, everybody's going to have past life regressions and everybody's just going to be healing traumas from thousands of years. Well, first we have this life, that we need to deal with. And let's look at the most obvious stuff, because everything is a blueprint, right? And
definitely,
we all had thousands and thousands of lives. So sometimes when we're focusing on looking just in the past, far generation stuff, we may get lost and we are missing out on life. So then what do? We need to start using tools that are allowing us to release that trauma, that are not specifically focused on time. And what comes to mind is, of course, Ho'oponopono. I tell you, I had a chronic pain on my back for years, my spine, and recently it just disappeared. I woke up in the middle of the night. I didn't even tell you that. I woke up in the middle of the night. I had a lot of pain on my right side, and I started to do Ho'oponopono. I said, it's 4 sentences, right? Please forgive me for whatever it is in me that contributes to this pain. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I love you. So what am I doing? I'm actually asking divine, something greater than myself, to find the reason for it. And I don't need to know. I surrender. And I say, I'm sorry, because I don't know what it is. At some level of my being, something happened at some point and I have this pain. Sure, if I look at interpretation of, for example, lower back pain, it could be something to do with me supporting other people, with financial issues, with carrying too much on my shoulders. Maybe, maybe not. I just say, I love you, thank you, please forgive me, and I'm sorry. Because there is a force that is greater than me, that is a part of me, God within me and all around me, and it can do it for me. So my responsibility, pillar 1, is to ask and surrender, right? And I have been doing this, I've been doing this for a while, and oh my God, I feel so much better. So much better.
How do you feel? You feel extremely fine.
Yeah, so much better.
When you say those words, I don't know, it lifts up a different energy come in. For example, coming back to I see anxiety and dealing with emotions, grief, sadness. For me, Ho'oponopono helps a lot.
Yeah.
When you introduce that to me, when I have issues with family members or so much anxiety and stress, I have a feeling that I get a knot in my tummy, I can't eat, I have to throw up, things like that. Back in the days, I didn't know how to handle that. Now, I just sit on my own, say the words to myself, I'm sorry, please forgive me for whatever it is in me that has created the situation. Thank you, I love you. And it takes away the anxiety, it takes away the stress. Even with grief, for example, when it came to our dog that was literally our baby, I could handle the fact, like you as well with Leader, you can handle it because you know they're not gone, they're still in your heart, and it's a different way of approach and a different way of looking at things. And I still feel that he's near here around me. And even with humans, like I lost my grandfather and I still have this deep connection with him, and with not my grandmother, but my husband's grandmother, we had a really good connection as well. And my family, that's her, their grandma, they have it as well. It's like they're still here because it's not, how do you say that? It's not specifically in this time, we're in multi-dimensional.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love Ho'oponopono.
Yeah. So anybody, all the ladies that mentioned, all the ladies, it seems like the group is 99% ladies. The female energy is really, really strong, and it's coming more and more to the planet. So no wonder that we have majority women here. And we also feel so much more. In general, we have been brought up to feel so much more and to demonstrate so much more, and also to hold on to so much more. That's why, like, weight fluctuations, like, what are you holding on to so much? What are you not willing to let go? Why isn't this energy floating? I'm going to skip completely, like, what are you eating, what you're not eating. That's like your choice of what you eat is your choice, but then your relationship with that food. Why are you choosing to eat that as opposed to that? Why would you be choosing For example, for me, for a long time, why would I choose to have alcohol if I know it's not good for me? One of the reasons why I was fluctuating for me, for example, was alcohol. My body does not tolerate alcohol very well. If I would have party weekend, I would put on 2-3 kilos in a weekend, and then I would fast and it would be gone. So bang, 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 like that. That's not so awesome, is it? Some people can drink and it's fine. They don't react. I retain, and a lot of water comes in, and there's a fluctuation. A lot of people have that with sugar, and they are not even aware. When they start eating a lot of sugar, oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, they start to fluctuate. So the choice, why do we consciously choose certain substances, certain behaviors, certain thoughts to have those? I mean, it is, again, in us, right? And we might not know. So I say to everybody, anxiety, emotional roller coaster, fluctuations, acid reflux, you might know the reason, you might have received the diagnosis, you might not, or chronic pain. One thing is for sure, there is a power that is within you, the power of your higher self, the power of God, the power of your soul, that can help heal all of it, period. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
I know that in my case, 100%. I know that in the case of many, many people I have been working with, you, Cecile, as well, right? If we are willing to give it a go and a chance and surrender, that is our responsibility to say, okay, I am a spiritual being having a human experience, and the human experience that I have right now, with a lot of pain, with a lot of anxiety, with a lot of worry, with whatever that it is that I don't really particularly like in my life, I can trust that this can be handled. And using a tool like Ho'oponopono, and if you missed lives, well, we talked about it a lot, where it came from, and about the case of Dr. Len, who really brought it to the Western world, how he, by cleaning himself, by using the mantra of Ho'oponopono, he helped heal hundreds and hundreds of criminally insane patients. And he had not seen one person. He had just been doing this mantra. He took their files. He was looking at the files, and he was cleaning the part of himself that have co-create this experience. Because let's face it, and I love how he says it, if you have a problem in your life, who is it? Who's in it?
You're in it.
Right? So Cecile says to me, I have a headache. Okay, who's got a headache? You've got a headache. Oh, well, it's like my father gave me a headache, or my husband. Oh, really? But who's got the headache? Who's got the experience of a headache? I do, right? And it is really very frustrating, people. Like, sometimes you just want to go, no, it's them. But when you think it's them, how much power you're giving away, right?
And you're not taking 100% responsibility for your life, like pillar 1.
You are not. Pillar 1 of the Lovetarian Way is 100% responsibility for your experience. Okay, so somebody, of course, I had that so many times. Somebody says, how dare you say that? You mean that I have created my cancer? Yes. I did get cancer diagnosis, by the way, so sorry, but yes. Whether it was the spiritual choice as your soul decided to have this experience, whether it's a mental choice, maybe you are not handling something in your life and you have co-created this cancer so people will take care of you, show you compassion, you'll get a break in your life. Maybe it's an opportunity to rebirth yourself. Maybe it's an opportunity to change the way you have been treating yourself, eating, dealing with your environment. My God, there's hundreds and hundreds of reasons. Let's have a look what Louise Hay says in this lovely book when we look at cancer, because I don't remember. I know when I got the lump in my throat, it was very clear to me, this is a communication center. I was not speaking my truth. I didn't dare, right? So that was a great opportunity for me to really look deeply into my life. What is going on? Why am I afraid? Stand up. And I didn't really buy it. I didn't really buy the diagnosis, and it appeared that it was fine. They took out the lump, they checked it, and there is no cancer cells. But if I agreed with the diagnosis, which, by the way, is an option, it's an option. If we buy it, then it will become so, very much so. You know how many people actually buy into diagnosis that doctors give? And if they do, yeah, a lot of people, and sometimes they die healthy. That's the nocebo effect, as there is a placebo effect where people believe in a positive power of positive emotion and thought. Nocebo effect is just as powerful. So I really strongly encourage everybody who got their diagnosis to really take 100% responsibility, because no doctor, and kudos to doctors, they're definitely needed, but no doctors lives in your body. They don't know your history, right? They don't know what is really going on within you, do they?
No, they are doing their best to help you.
Exactly. They are doing their best, and sometimes you're lucky and they will help, and sometimes, unfortunately, it's the other way around. And that's just how it is, because ultimately we are co-creators. We are the masters of our destiny, and we are to step up, right? And yes, you can say, I don't agree with you. You perfectly can say to the doctor, I don't agree with you, or offer your opinion. And if they are, you know, I dream of the world when doctors are cooperating with us. That's a partnership, not like the industry is pushing drugs, chemo, and radiation and all of that just to make money. No, that's not amazing, is it?
No.
So in my case, you know, when they told me, oh yeah, in the 6 months of your life you need to have chemo and all that, and there was no discussion with me. There was no, that's why I got really upset, and I stood up, and my parents too. I was like, what? I don't feel like I need to do that. That's why I went and I looked for alternative options. I asked bioenergotherapist to look at my energy fields. What is going on? Because any form of disease is a body out of ease, whether it's chronic pain or it's acid, there is some blockage, something is not working ultimately optimally, right? So what do we need to do? Reshape the energy. And how can we do that? Send love, send light, send loving thoughts and affirmations, and really look deeply into your heart, what is going on. And if you don't know, and you might not know, sometimes you use Ho'oponopono, right? Again,
that's what I always do.
Yeah, please forgive me. And you can even have a dialogue with yourself. You can say, please forgive me for whatever it is that is going on in me. I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so sorry for whatever part of me is co-creating this. I take 100% responsibility. What has created it within me can also uncreate it, right? If there's a problem, there's a solution. That's just how it is, yin and yang, right, in this world. So you bet you, if you have a problem, there is always a solution. And your mind might not know it, but there is a power bigger than you that will provide it if you open yourself up. And how do you open? With forgiveness, with repentance, with love, right? And with gratitude. So again, please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. You're giving thanks for the healing that it's already happening within you.
Yeah.
I love you. And when I was there, or when I don't feel good, whatever, sometimes I just see like I'm showered in a sea of light. My cells, I love my cells. My cells are smiling. So sometimes you don't feel like it. You can just make stupid faces and the biochemistry will kick in. You do this. And you start creating happy hormones. It starts happening. You need to give it a try. You wake up, you feel horrible, you feel emotionally unstable. Do this. Do this long enough. Go to the mirror, say, I love you. And the changes will start happening. But again, Cecile, pillar 1 of the Lovetarian Way, take 100% responsibility, right?
And do the work.
Do the work.
Do the work. Take 100% responsibility. Yeah, that's what it comes to for the first part.
Yeah.
And then we follow the other steps.
100%.
The golden rule, everything's a miracle, and our health, the love, temperature, nourishment. Everything's connected.
Exactly. And you need to be willing to do it. I understand sometimes people can feel like totally apathetic, and I did feel that. You can imagine that if I was throwing up for 20 plus years, my hormones were off the charts sometimes. right? But you need to be willing to find that place within yourself that wants you to live and go on. I mean, I had suicidal thoughts, I don't know how many times, but I didn't do it, did I? So clearly, I wanted to live, right? So we need to
you took
connect with that
responsibility
place.
by doing the work.
Yeah. I mean, do we ask for too much to do this mantra? I mean, is even if you just want to say one of those sentences, I'm sorry, or thank you, please forgive me, I love you. It's not necessary to Mabel Katz was her name, right? The Spanish author that wrote about it. And she's only using thank you in her books as a part of it.
Yeah, you don't have to even say it out loud if you don't want to, or while you're ironing or doing some things. That's when I'm in my zone. When I'm ironing, for example, I'm like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I just, even your friend Theo made a song about it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's just, I'm in my zone, it goes quick, and my energy is even more uplifted, especially because iron's not my favorite part.
Yeah.
It's like doing things, being under the shower, in the garden, every time driving the car, or doesn't matter what I'm doing. It's like in my mind.
100%. Definitely. So yeah, I got myself off the track here. I wanted to read from Heal Your, where is it? Yeah. You Can Heal Your Life. Everybody should get that book, because yeah, Ho'oponopono, that's one of the tools. Loving affirmation is another thing. However, if you're not willing to believe in affirmations and the power of word, you will kick yourself in the foot, because as we know, subconscious mind, God is running the show. So if you say to yourself, oh no, affirmations don't work, well, what do you think they will work?
No.
So you need to take, again, 100% responsibility for your willingness to open yourself up to that possibility, right?
Yeah.
I mean, guys, it's that simple, and girls.
More ladies.
I have this shirt today. I don't know if you can see. It says everywhere, simple, simple. That's a Polish brand, but it sells simple, simple, simple everywhere. It is simple.
I know that. It is simple.
Yeah, it is. Okay, let me read you what Louise Hay says about cancer then. Why would you have it? What is the metaphysical reason? So she says, because you have some deep hurt, long-standing resentment, deep secret or grief eating away at the self, carrying hatred. What's the use? You're like apathetic also. And of course, then depends where cancer is located. Then you would look at throat cancer or back, whatever. Then you will get further explanation. So what does she suggest? You use then loving affirmations. So she says, I lovingly forgive and release all of the past. I choose to fill my world with joy. I love and approve of myself. It's just as simple. So you can do Ho'oponopono with anything, really. I mean, Louise Hay is being a little bit more specific, but Ho'oponopono worked for me in business, in my health, in weight, in anxieties, basically in everything. If you want extra tools, why not this? Sure. You can, while you say it, you can do tapping on different parts of your body, because emotions are actually stuck in your body. So it will help you focus. You say, I love myself. You can do two hands, whatever, different parts.
I did it too, tapping. I did it with a lady here in Spain, and I always remember it. And I do it then here. It says like, I'm deeply and completely love and accept myself just the way I am.
Exactly. You can just do that. There's TFT technique you can check out, EFT technique, you can check it out. Or you can, if you can find a new area, I mentioned to you, Cecile, recently, there's the technique called BSR, body stress release, where the person is actually pressing the points on your spine and in different parts of your body. And that is really, really helpful. It can be really painful as well when she finds those, stress points. The idea is that you release tension from your body. And it helps with all sorts of issues, whether it's chronic pain or emotional pain. I mean, body is the blueprint, body is the subconscious mind, everything is there. So if somebody has weight fluctuations or retains weight, why, right? There is tension there. And somebody clearly has a desire for that weight at the very deep subconscious level. A lot of people who are afraid to self-express, they will retain. They will create this protection, right? The fat is the protection. It's that barrier between me and them. But let's remember, it's all oneness. We are all one. Energy needs to flow, right? We need to look at life with, I have open arms. I flow with life, right? I dance with life. So that would certainly be helpful. And you know what? I mean, I still fluctuate sometimes. Depends what is going on in my life. It's not huge, but I still do. But then I look in the mirror and I say, I love my body. You know, I love every cell of my body. I'm so beautiful, right? Oh my God, why not? Why would you not say that to yourself? Why?
I don't have a reason why not.
It's like, you know what, the standard of beauty is such changeable thing over time and space. People like this, people like that. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Who is judging? You are. Doesn't matter what somebody says. Who cares? And actually, they will say what you really deeply think about yourself, right? You will get that feedback.
Often when, for example, I talk with my daughter about other related things, when things happen at school, for example, she's like, somebody said my artwork wasn't beautiful. And I'm like, honey, did you think it was beautiful? Yes. I'm like, well, that's all that matters. If you think it's beautiful, it's beautiful. Everybody has a different perception. But I believe that when you think it's beautiful, it's stunning, honey. She's like,
exactly.
yes. So it doesn't matter with anything, as long as you say beautiful affirmations and you believe them.
Yeah. And do Ho'oponopono.
Yeah.
Why you would like to do Ho'oponopono in such case? It's because you clearly for a moment there were under the spell of what somebody else said. So you gave away your power, right?
Yes.
You gave away your power. So let's say, for example, somebody says, oh, you're so skinny or you're so fat. Oh, really? And you have a reaction to it. So again, who's got a reaction? You do, right? So you say, please forgive me for whichever part of my being created this reaction. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. Clearly, there's some stuff that I did not resolve yet. Thank you for letting me clean and clear. Thank you for helping me clean and clear. Thank you for cleaning and clearing. You know, I do all sorts of variations. It's like a song, right? I'm making a poem for myself and my higher self. We're having a conversation. We're having a dialogue, right? Or actually monologue, me talking, but I know there is somebody there also, and it's a part of me. And I love you. I love you, right?
Yes, definitely. And the fact in the morning when I wake up, I say as well, I love you. Thank you. Being grateful for the gift of another day of life, and I love you. Well, and thank you for the magic is gonna happen today in my life. And I love you, I love you. I keep saying I love you.
Exactly. And if somebody has anxieties, like chronic anxieties, for example, and maybe they are not in a place yet to start with those affirmations, we suggest always to do really deep breathing.
Yeah.
That really, it's very similar actually to asthma in a way, because, you know, you get an attack, oh, you're anxious.
Yeah.
So how do you go about it? How do you breathe in such a moment? Or if you have a panic attack, right? Breathing will always bring you to balance.
Yes. For me, I've learned. Sorry.
What do you need to do, Cecile?
For me, I've learned that my asthma has nothing to do specifically with me. It's a pattern from previous lives.
Well, actually, it has something to do with you. It's your previous life.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have something to do, like I'm physically ill, because if I how do you say that? Breathe, be conscious, let my emotions flow, love myself, I don't have it. When I don't do those things, when I say the words to myself, I can't breathe, and I'm not loving myself, it comes. Yeah. So it's such a beautiful thing. I control it because it's my emotional state, it's my emotional being. And I just calm down, I breathe, do Ho'oponopono, and it works for me. Wonders.
Exactly. I mean, somebody has anxiety, for example, they would be living in the past or in the future. They would not be right here, right now, in this moment in their body. So if you can get that you are not in the here and in the now, because what was and it's done, what will be, and it will be better if you actually take responsibility right now, right, for your moment, for this moment in time, because that's where your power is. So if you start going on and on and on and on about what is going to happen in the future, you need to just pause, take a really deep breath from your belly, close your eyes if you want, see the light, be in the beach somewhere, visualize something beautiful and calming, and just keep breathing. Steady breaths in and out through your nose and out through your mouth, right? And just do it for as long as it's necessary. And while you do it, keep saying, I love you, all is well. I love you. In this very moment, everything is fine. Because in this very moment, you don't need to do anything. You're not in danger. If you were, you would just instinctively react, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to be afraid of your life, because if there is some real danger, your instinct will kick in. All the source of our anxieties is all this obsessive stuff. So person that was having anxieties, they definitely would benefit from looking at the life about worrying with the other day, right?
Yes, it's in guide number 13, by the way.
Yeah, all the lives are there. Yeah, so really breathing, loving yourself, saying those loving tones, and yeah, you can do tapping while you do it, because if you start tapping your body, you can do it as the systems are showing us, the EFT or TFT. You go on YouTube, you find millions of videos, but you can just do tapping. Why would you do tapping? Because you might hit something somewhere in your body when there's tension, and it also brings you to this very moment. You're not tapping in the future or in the past. Hello, I'm here. I'm here. I'm in my body. In this present moment, right? So it grounds you. You can imagine how all the stress and anxiety is going down into the core of Mother Earth. Like, you can imagine even your root chakra turns like into a vortex of energy, and all the doo-doo, all the worries being sucked in. You can do the same with fat, for example. If you believe you're too fat, like, it just goes in, and do that visualization every day. And you just say, thank you, I love you, and I love you as you are, because clearly you are the way you are because you wanted it to be this way. So you can feel this, you can go through this, you can show to yourself how strong you are, how present you are, how powerful you are. I mean, let's face it, people, why do we have all those problems? We could already be living in heaven on earth, right? We have them because we need them for growth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there are lessons of growth, definitely.
I mean, like, anybody who is incarnated on planet Earth right now, high five. My God, we're courageous. Right? So, how to have the best health right now, just to summarize, because we obviously, of course, almost on 45 minutes is still, I mean, seriously, we can't help ourselves. Just few simple rules. 100% responsibility for your life. Okay, my health is not awesome. Whether it's mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, whatever health, it's many aspects to it. So you need to look at the energies of your life, right? What am I feeding myself with? And I mean nourishment, as in food, mental, emotional, spiritual, people I'm around with. What is the source? I mean, you have diagnosed yourself, or somebody diagnosed you with weight fluctuations, anxiety, cancer, whatever. Or is it really? Or is it a form of energy? It's a form of blockage, right? So I don't know what it is for you, and you might not know what it is for you. So what you're going to do, take 100% responsibility, start reciting Ho'oponopono. Start speaking to yourself in a Lovetarian way. Look at the magic of it. Pillar 3, everything is a magical experience. Everything is a miracle. Why is it a miracle? Why the fact that I have cancer is a miracle? Because you might learn something from it, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how many people that had cancer or serious disease said after they had healed, this was the biggest blessing of their life? Sounds ridiculous for a person that lives in 3D reality, but a person that is on their path to enlightenment, it's like, yes, of course, because my cancer showed me what it is that I need to let go of, what it is that I need to nourish better, what it is that I need to change. And so what is fat teaching you? What is your distorted self-image teaching you? Right? So if you don't know yet, you just do Ho'oponopono. Please forgive me because I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Thank you for allowing me to clean and clear and get this clarity. I love you. You say it 1,000,000 times if you need to. You feel it 1,000,000 times. You think it 1,000,000 times. And the answers might come or the betterment will come. Like for me, sometimes it's instantaneous. Like I have, that back pain in the middle of the night. I woke up and I had it. And I just said Ho'oponopono a few times. It was gone and I fell asleep. It's just as simple. I mean, it can be simple. Again, simple. Everything on my shirt says simple. It's a choice whether we make it simple or we make it complicated. It's like Buddha said, pain is inevitable. People, welcome to planet Earth. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. And the difference between suffering and acceptance, peace, happy life, content life is the attitude, yes?
Definitely, the attitude. And everything again comes back to everything is one, everything's connected, and everything has to do with unconditional love.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And somebody has something as trivial yet very annoying as acid reflux. Well, are you eating too much acidic stuff? Are you feeding yourself too much acidity? What are you not digesting in your life right now, right?
Yeah, it could be emotional, could be food, could be so many things.
I mean, like, we know that if you eat a lot of, sorry, people, meat, sugar, dairy, oh, yeah, that's going to create like a ridiculous environment in you. So if you have acid, I would not be recommending that. So I don't know what you're eating. Are you eating lots of sweets? Are you drinking soda and, Coke and all that? Are you drinking wine? Oh my God. Or alcohol? I don't know, right? So you can go on Google and find 1,000,000 reasons. Or you can just be present with yourself, start breathing, and start doing Ho'oponopono. And maybe you will get the answers. Maybe the condition will improve. Maybe you will get a clear plan ahead. There's gazillion possibilities, but what you need to do is take 100% responsibility for the fact that you are co-creating this at some level. And just be happy about it, because if you co-create it, you can uncreate it and change it, right?
Yes.
That's just as simple as that. So maybe somebody wants to shoot us right now. Just love us, girls. Love us. We just told you as it is. You are co-creators. You have the power to change it. You can look into Ho'oponopono, look into our lives, get the book from Louise Hay, look at Dr. Joe Joe Dispenza. Well, Joe Vitale, awesome as well. There's so many teachers out there that teach you very simple thing, and all of them will actually say one thing: you are co-creating your reality, right? Nobody will say anything else but that. I mean, unless you want somebody to tell you they are responsible and give you some pills to fix it. But that's going to take away the power, no?
Again, all the spiritual leaders, all the books that you mentioned, all the writers you mentioned, it all starts with taking 100% responsibility.
Yeah, and this is not to say that
and do the work.
I mean, pills of course can fix it, provided that there's something behind those pills. It's not just the chemical itself. I'm not taking any medicine. I'm taking quite a few supplements because I know my body needs certain things. Like I'm a plant-based eater, so I supplement with B12, for example. I supplement now with this Corona times. I make sure that my immune system is super, super shape. So I take extra vitamin C, for example, and zinc and vitamin D if I don't go solarize every day. So that's my responsibility, and that's how I nourish my body, right? So
Yeah,
everything
same
has its
here.
place. Yeah. Everything has its place. However, we need to face the truth of what is really going on, right?
Yes. Face the truth, look in the mirror.
Do hope
And love ourselves.
Yeah,
Completely love ourselves. Look in the mirror, say, I love you. I love you, woman.
Yeah, I have chronic pain. Why do I have that pain? What is pain? Is a signal from the body that something is not working correctly, that the energy is not flowing. Where is that pain? Check here. What is this telling you? The pain might be in the back, might be in the arm. There's a difference. Right arm, left arm. Everything has a meaning, right? And why do you have the need for that pain? That's another story. What are you doing to yourself, right, that you need at this moment in time? So, two smart girls went on live today and told you basically that the power is within you. But that's just how it is. And our job as the Lovetarian Way tribe here in this group is to make you take responsibility. Well, we don't make you, but we want to remind you that ultimately that's what it is. And when we're going to offer some coaching, group or individual, whatever, doesn't matter, it will always be working closely with you on you taking responsibility, right?
Yes. I remember the beginning of our coaching, I didn't take responsibility.
No. Yeah, exactly.
It was hard. For me in the beginning, to be honest, it was hard to look in the mirror and to take responsibility because I learned how to blame other people instead of looking at me.
99% of people are taught very early on that it's not you, it's somebody else. I mean, look at the experts, everyone out there, everything is like, it's not you, you're not to blame. And they are right, you're not to blame. It's not your fault. It is your co-creation, though. You see the difference? We don't want anybody to feel bad here about anything. No. We want you to feel super powerful when you accept that it's your responsibility. Therefore, you have the power to respond to life and co-create differently. Huh? You see the difference? Yeah?
Yeah, very proud of myself and still feel at that moment when we started our coaching, very powerful and very grateful, very loving, and all the things you taught me slowly let me see that I was taking responsibility for my life. And in the past I wasn't, and now I am. And it's such a huge shift of energy.
Yeah, it is.
Because you feel so much powerful when you take control over your life. You don't not anything else but just you. And the control I took by loving myself. Wow.
Yeah.
That was huge. It's still huge.
It is because it is an ongoing process. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it feels amazing sometimes to blame other people and like relax and they bother me, it's them, this and that. Sure, you can have those moments sometimes, my God, I have ego. Sometimes I just want to. But then I go back to myself, and how is that helping me at the end of the day? I can have a moment, okay, but this is not something I want to live all the time. And certainly I want to take my power back, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's it from us. Health is a very complex thing. So look at this from the beginning, see if you can catch some pearls. So just to sum up, Ho'oponopono, responsibility, magic of life lies within you, right? Your health lies within you, in your choices of thoughts, feelings, emotions, what you nourish your body with. And you need to ultimately take 100% responsibility. And your body, when you do all those processes, you might be guided, don't get me wrong, you might be guided to go and do some blood test. Maybe you will be guided to see a specialist. That happens. I tell you, 2 summers ago, I was very bothered about the mole that I had. We live in Spain, lots of sun here. I was bothered about this mole, and I just felt like I want to remove it. And I removed it, and they didn't find anything. But the doctor told me, wow, what a great intuition you had about it, because this is something that could potentially really develop into skin cancer in the future. So I had this very strong feeling. My husband was like, oh, don't worry. I'm like, I'm not worried. Something there is telling me I should do something about it. You see the difference, right? And I did. I took it out of equation, and now I have more peace. So sometimes we are going to be inspired to take action on something, right?
Yeah, and it's not based on fear.
No, exactly. There's a huge difference. I didn't do it because I was afraid. I had this inspiration to take action, preventative action, right? That was my power to prevent a future outcome. Cool. All right. My gosh.
We can talk on and on.
Yeah, exactly. We could go on and on, but we will discuss next week. We probably will talk about, because another question we have posted was, what is your struggle in self-esteem, right? And finances. Maybe we'll do one. There were not so many answers, but there's still time. And yeah, soon we'll be announcing coaching, group coaching. If you guys want to do it with us, that would be awesome. Oh, wait, look, I was not even looking at the screen. We had some comments. Ho'oponopono. Women are rising. I pulled a card of unity. I'm trying to teach. Okay, awesome. We will comment after. We'll wrap this up now. Huh?
Please share our videos, because we want to share the light with everybody. I want to light up the world with energy, love, light.
Yes, and we have 1,400 little lights already in this group. So wow, that can really light up the world already. Imagine everybody just puts their bulbs on daily.
Yes.
Amazing.
We shine bright.
Exactly. Okay, beautiful souls, we're gonna go, and you keep commenting, sharing, tune into other lives, go to the library of lives that we actually have in the guides now. Facebook changed units to guides, so that's where everything is kept. And we will see you later. Much love.
Bye.
Bye.